Hello and welcome to Cryptid Crush. This is a fairly newish, kind of, visual novel, and so far there's only one chapter, and it's the introductory chapter. Forget what it's called, but it has to be it has to do about this floating ghost dude and I'm assuming presumably haunted radio tower. But yeah, so this visual novel is unique from the ones that I've done because it actually comes with voice acting, but not all the characters have voices all the time. So, I still get to talk every now and then. But yeah. So I think it also has tabletop elements, which I guess means that I'm gonna be rolling dice. I'm not very good with tabletop games because I find them super boring. But yeah, let's see how it goes. I also have horrible luck with the roll of a dice, so that's why I don't like them too. But anyways, this would probably be a better game for Omar to, do, because he has good luck. Anyways, but yeah. So let's begin and let's see what the story is about.
Hello? Can you hear me? I'm glad I got a hold of you in time. You're wildly unprepared to enter this world, and I'd rather not see a human be torn apart by the fabric of reality. You can speak, can't you?
Yes, I can. Wonderful. In any case, I'm going to ask, what's your name? It's going to be default. Also default. Alrighty, Robyn Hart. I'll keep that in mind. What's that? Who am I? Definitely not the Mothman. Now, how would you like to be addressed? I am a he, him, or a they, them, but I am a he, him. Good choice. What's with the random questions? Well...
Those who lack a sense of self tend to on entry into this realm of existence. I'm just here to help jog your memory.
Okay, yeah, sure, that would be helpful. So tell me about yourself. What's your preferred type of beverage? It's water that fights back. Water, but I'm not a nerd about it. I hate coffee. I like tea. It's water that fights back. Name one of your greatest weaknesses. All of them. What's something you're ignoring right now? Wouldn't you like to know, Moth Boy? What would you say is your strongest quality? If you had an entire day to yourself, where would you spend it? I don't like hiking. I hate hiking, so I guess this is the appropriate response. If you were a cryptid, what would you be? A werewolf. Anybody that knows me would know if it would be werewolf. Interesting. Now, how do you envision yourself? Well, I can customize the character. It would have to be short hair. Toggle hair pump. It's kind of like the green, but I like the purple or lilac or whatever that is. Now let's go with gray. Get a beanie. Ooh. I'm done. It seems my time here is up. Good luck, and no, I'm rooting for you. Bzz, bzz. Your phone startles you awake, a trail of messages scrolling down your screen. Hey, are you awake? It's time. Ghosty time. I sent you the address. Just follow the radio tower and you'll find it. All you can manage to type back in your half-asleep, sluggish state is... K. You feel a sudden, icy chill, jolting you awake and sending shivers down your spine. You see a large, fuzzy gray cat with 3 eyes and a flaming tail, shoving her translucent paw through your face.
Greetings, mortal.
With a yelp, you leap out of your bed, the shimmering tabby cat phasing right through you.
Can't you just be normal? You slept through 3 alarms. I was getting desperate.
Okay. I'm awake. And I'm running late. You rush around your room gathering everything you could possibly need for tonight. You then run through your mental checklist. Don't forget your flashlight, bolt cutters, granola bars, and... You squat down to tie your shoes and slip on your jacket. Opening the door, you step out into the stuffy hallway and march out to your car. Wait for me! Taro has to race to catch up with you, meowing in protest as she kicks off the top step and floats down the stairs, phasing right through the apartment wall. Chapter 0: Dead Air. Taro finally lands on your shoulder as you reach your car and nips your ear. Ow! You try to brush the phantom cat off your shoulder, but your hand sweeps right through her. Caught you! Ugh. After convincing Taro that the passenger seat is the coolest seat in the car, she finally settles down, letting you buckle up and start the engine. You flick on the headlights before backing up and pulling onto the street. Are you sure Atlas is gonna be any help? Taro keeps her little paws tucked under her fluff like a fuzzy bread loaf. You know what they say about Mothman? That they're bad omens? Bingo! Omen or not, I could use all the help I can get. Right. That nasty curse. You should really get that checked out. Isn't that your job?
That's cute.
You don't expect me to work on an empty stomach, do you? Taro whimpers, bringing a weak paw to her forehead. I'm feeling faint. Do you need me to stop and get you something? Oh, no. Don't worry about me. I'll survive. You're the one dealing with that wretched curse, not me. Wretched? I don't feel any different. You will, and it's going to be agonizing. You never mentioned that. I didn't want to scare you. Even describing this curse brings about evil. So, you can't get rid of it, you can't even talk about it, and it's going to be excruciating. Is there anything else you forgot to tell me? Taro glances around and slouches back in the passenger seat. She takes a pause and closes her third eye, thinking. There's a countdown.
Hold on.
A countdown? That's right. It's a countdown to your imminent demise. You shoot Taro a sharp look. That's not funny. Sure, I'm not joking, silly. How much time do I have? That's for a cat to know and a physician to find out. But that's why you're here, right? Being a cosmic guardian and all, you're meant to protect me? Absolutely. Your phone chimes, buzzing in the cup holder. It seems you're getting a phone call. Where are you? I'm on my way. Sheesh, unlike you, most of us can't fly. You fell back asleep, didn't you? Atlas snarks in response. I'm not nocturnal. Not with that attitude. So, do you see the station? Leaning forward, you glance upwards towards the distant radio tower, cutting through the night air. I think so? Is it just the three of us? Depends. How cool are you with devils? Pretty cool. Why? I have a friend who just got off work and was wondering if they could tag along. I figured I'd ask you first. Yeah, I'll definitely feel safer in a larger group.
Booyah!
Sweet. See you soon. Don't forget about the phantom frequency. There's ghosts on the radio waves? Channel 103.1, Elkhorn Radio. I've got it. Great. Thunk. The sound of feathers brush against the microphone and the audio fizzles out before Atlas squeaks. Sorry, I hit a lamppost. I'll meet up with you soon. Drive safe. Atlas hangs up. Classic Moth move. You picture Atlas wildly fluttering around a giant light bulb, and then it dawns on you. I forgot my flashlight. Looks like we'll need to make that pit stop and snack run anyways.
Just fantastic.
God damn it. Rolling into view is a dingy-looking gas station named L's Owl Nighter. Dozens of sun-bleached logo ads plaster the foggy store windows, seeds sprouting through the cracks in the cement. This place looks safe enough, right? It's well lit at least. A pleasant jingle echoes into the night air as the door leading out of the roadside mini-mart swings open. You walk out onto the starlight, a newcomer to the town of Longhope, carrying a convenience store sushi roll and a cheap flashlight.
That sushi was suspiciously underpriced.
You hold the receipt up to the neon open sign, eyeing it closely.
Oh well.
You shuffle back to your car, bounty in tow, and gaze over the horizon. You stare off towards the sleeping town of Longhope, your new home, and gather your thoughts. You hadn't had a moment to yourself since that cat practically poofed into existence, but you'd better get going. No way in hell are you pulling another all-nighter. Opening the car door, you plop down the bag of groceries with a bit of a huff. Your ear catches a low, restrained sound of claws scraping against leather, the sound of some terrible creature trying to hide her devilry. Taro, you goblin! That's my car! Taro splays her paws and stretches, dragging her claws across the car seat. Well, as my meowther always said, the world is your scratching post. She lifts her chin slightly and purrs. I'll consider sparing your car's interior if you offer me something I want. She tilts her head to one side and closes her eyes expectantly. Fine. You roll your eyes and reach over, gently scratching Taro behind the ears. She's oddly cold for a big fuzzy cat. You're a real handful, Taro. Seriously, what kind of cat drags me out past midnight for some expired sushi? We have places to be. A nyangle, of course. Or that's what I call myself anyway. You do know I'm just a normal cat, right? Meow. Haul over the goods. I'm hungry. You peel off the plastic wrapper and slide it towards the demanding cat. How does a ghost cat eat? The world may never know. You sigh, turning the key in the ignition, the old car rattling to life. We'd better get going before I totally chicken out. The car drives off, peeling out of the convenience store parking lot and down the dimly lit streets of Longhope. Taro scarfs down the last bits of sushi, licking a speck of rice off her nose.
Who cares?
You've got nothing to worry about, Robyn. Speaking of ghosts, aren't we on the lookout for that phantom frequency? Taro meows as she gazes out the window and the car drives up the road. Oh, right. You slide your hand over to the dash and click on the stereo. The radio whirls on, with harsh static as it switches between frequencies until it reaches 103.1. The static is cut with a crisp and peppy tune, cueing the start of some sort of radio show.
Good evening, freaksters! I'm your host, Madhouse Mike, live at Elkhorn County Radio. What's that? Seems my producer's letting me know that I am, in fact, dead. Thanks, Debbie. Thanks a lot. So, before we get started, I just wanted to give a shout out to all my listeners. It is your support that keeps this show alive. So, as a thank you, I'll be starting tonight's show with some fan mail.
Madhouse clears his throat for emphasis and puts on a silly voice.
Hey, lovely. You want to make thousands working with a flexible schedule from home? Of course you do. Join our loyal family and become the independent girl boss of your dreams. For a tiny fee of $1,200, you two can enroll in our courses and start feeding today. Join us and flourish, the Great Mother. Wow. Thanks much for that threatening and oddly fleshy letter. Seriously, this thing is meaty.
You turn off the radio. Yuck.
Are you for real?
Didn't you mail in a fan letter? I wouldn't call myself a fan, Taro. Heck, I've never even heard of that guy. You grimace, glancing out the window as the woods begin thinning out into a clearing. The skeletal frame of the radio tower stretches up over the horizon, looming over your destination, Elkhorn Radio Station. Pulling into the radio station's overgrown parking lot, you park between the fading lines. Taro hops out and jumps into her human's arms, insisting on being carried like the oversized baby she is. You open the car door and step outside. You feel the brush of Taro's whiskers against your cheek, somewhat easing your fears.
Oh dear.
Okay, we'll be fine. It's just a haunted station on a hill. No big deal. You click on the hefty flashlight with a tight grip. You angle the light towards the station, as well as the large metal frame in front of it. Crap. Forgot the bolt cutters again. You turn your attention instead to a large sheet of wood spray painted with crude red letters attached to the fence. You read it out loud. Keep out. Trespassers will be murder-lated. Ah, cool. Taro squirms out of her human's arms and daintily lands on her feet. I heard the place glows red on Friday nights, and the on-radio sign never burns out. Bunch of silly rumors if you ask me. Meow. Where is everyone? Swishing her tail, Taro paces around the parking lot. It's already 2 a.m. They should have been here by now. Checking the time, you stuff your phone into your pocket and scan your surroundings with your flashlight. This calls for an investigation. Or I could just shoot them a text. You shine your flashlight around, but don't find anything in particular. No, not like that. You gotta roll. I left my dice at home. What am I looking at? Sometimes things require skill and a bit of luck, so to determine how your fate unfolds, you have to roll. You'll be giving a difficulty rating that you have to meet or surpass. The universe will then add a modifier based on your stats, brains in this case. This feels like some kind of forbidden knowledge. Oh, it is. Now try rolling for real. Fine.
Are you even trying?
Wow, that was awful. Don't worry though. If you fail a roll, don't fret. You have a chance to change fate by spending karma. You know, let me just call Atlas. What's karma, you ask? Well, whenever you fail a roll, you can expend karma to re-roll. You can re-roll as many times as you have karma, whether you succeed or fail that roll, but you have to be smart with it. You only get a point of karma when you fail and decide not to re-roll. You got it? I'm sure someone around here gets it. Great. Now tap the button and try re-rolling those dice. Just tap the button right below the dice. Any minute, meow. Click the die with the pink arrow. Sure, take your time. Any day now. Are you doing this on purpose? Click the goddamn die with the pink arrow. I'm gonna see if she gets madder. Nah, she doesn't say anything else. Fine. Failure. Result 5 plus 3. You shine your flashlight all around the empty lot, nothing particularly catching your eye. You drop your flashlight on the ground. Wait, Atlas?
The one and only. I thought I'd scope out the perimeter before diving right in.
After his dramatic entrance, Atlas shakes out his glossy feathers and flaps his large wings. His antennae twitch as he stands on one leg, poking Taro with one of his hind claws.
So, is this the spirit you mentioned? I kinda expected something, more impressive.
Taro fluffs up, her whiskers standing on end as she hisses.
I am a great and powerful cosmic guardian.
She bites one of the Mothman's talons. Grr. Ouch! I am in immense pain. Atlas pulls away, breaking out of Taro's grip. It's not too late to be haunted by something cooler, right? Taro's doing her best. You shoot the Mothman a sharp look. You're just jealous you don't have a familiar following you around. Damn, honestly, if I had to pick, I'd want a Raven familiar. Too bad ravens hate me. Atlas bends down and scoops the flashlight off the ground. Here, sorry for startling you. Breaking through the greenery, a single blue flame casts an eerie light over a large, imposing demon striding into the clearing, a heavy pair of bolt cutters resting on her hip.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Ah, it seems everyone has arrived. I assumed Atlas spoke of me? The tall devil stares down, as if evaluating the small human and his spectral cat. How did you get here so fast? Legs? This is Jamie, the roughest devil around. They're a great listener, bone collector, fist fighter, and an artist. Jamie, you should show Robyn some drawings. No.
Oh, man!
But you're so good!
Who cares?
I suppose I'll scat on ahead, since you seem to be in such capable claws. The feline hovers past the demon, floating through the fence and disappears into the overgrowth. We should follow suit. Jamie struts towards the chain link fence, unsheathing the bolt cutters. They snap through the padlock and give a quick thumbs up.
Let the crimes commence.
This is a horrible idea. What if someone gets hurt? You hesitate, stopping just before the gate. Atlas nudges you and smiles with his eyes, his antennae flickering forward as he tilts his head to one side. Shh, ghosts are practically harmless. I bet this dude's just some disembodied voice or a possessed microphone. Besides, you got me to protect you. Nah, it's the other way around. Hurry up. Reluctantly, you follow suit, trailing after Atlas as you three approach the abandoned station. The exterior of the radio station is tagged with baiting graffiti and plastered with condemnation warning posters. Jamie turns the handle to the front door and it easily clicks open. I expected more resistance. Looking through the doorway, the dark interior of the station seems impossibly clean compared to the outside. The waiting room is seemingly suspended in time, only faded from months of neglect. Maybe years. You shuffle in line behind Jamie as you examine the lobby. Stopping a moment, you realize that you're the only one with a flashlight. All of you can see in the dark? Indeed. My eyes can pierce any darkness. I actually rely on my capable antennae. With these big ol' eyes, my vision's super sensitive to light. Okay, yeah, it's not seeing, but more like smelling.
You have got to be joking.
Atlas, can you go a single day without mentioning your insectoid parts? I don't mind, really. You twirl the flashlight in your hand, nearly dropping it in the process. Wandering around, Atlas tries the nearest door. After finding it locked, he shuffles over to the recording studio window and presses his face against the glass. Jamie frowns and kicks one of the trash cans over. Dozens of lime green soda cans came clanking out, scattering across the floor. They seem surprised, making a face as they scoop up one of the cans. For an unlocked haunted house, it is surprisingly untouched. I almost feel wrong trashing the place. Where do you think we'll find the ghost? You tuned into the ghost frequency, right? Atlas perks up, his feelers twitching as he stands back and turns around. Atlas gives a reassuring nod.
There's no feathers off my back.
It's fine if you didn't. I'll catch you up. So the show was basically this radio host, Madhouse Mike, reading ghost stories and urban myths off a script. It was all super cheesy and I loved it. Anyway, he's the ghost we're looking for. Madhouse was an expert on the supernatural, so I'm certain he'll know something about your curse. Mike is playing a character, Atlas. Who knows what the guy is like off air? Jamie absent-mindedly crushes one of the spirit cans and tosses it back into the trash can. Atlas's antennae droop, and he looks away. Aren't ghosts usually created from tragedy? He sounds normal enough to me. Atlas gasps.
Oh, I got a story about this one!
It was totally tragic. Madhouse died while advertising for some sketchy drink company. He thought it would bring in more listeners by drinking the entire sample box. It actually worked for like 2 seconds. I mean, really, who trusts a company named Toxic Waste Energy? He drank so much that his skin glowed green, and then he beefed it from all the radiation. The studio shut down afterwards, and no one alive has been on air since. Jamie shoots Atlas a cold look from across the room. Do you even hear yourself? Psh, this is exactly what Madhouse would have wanted. Hosting a radio show for the rest of eternity? That sounds great.
You have got to be joking.
Turning into a restless ghost is easily the worst case scenario. It's funny, he carried me through those long nights at my old retail job back home. You know, before I got fired after being robbed twice and starting an electrical fire. The dude was a legend for us night owls. You truly are a bringer of bad luck. You're a literal devil. Alright, relax you two. Ugh. Rumors won't get us anywhere. We need to search the place and gather more information. And risk upsetting the guy we're about to hop onto his radio show? No way! Upset?
Idiotic.
Atlas, we're trespassers. What do you think about this, Robyn? Both Jamie and Atlas turn to you, expecting immediate input to settle whatever this is. Jamie's right. We might find something useful, like a vault of haunted treasure or a portal to a ghost dimension. Atlas, think of all the exclusive merch! You could totally ask for an autograph. You think so? Actually, let's check out the record room. There's gotta be some shiny collector's vinyls and tapes in there. The Mothman's eyes sparkle. You know, for research purposes. Jamie absently watches Atlas scamper off deeper into the station, mildly annoyed. They brush past you and open the door before them, ushering the human to follow. Scratch that. I want the specter dealt with now. Avoiding their icy blue gaze, your heart skips a beat at Jamie's words. Even though they agreed, you still feel like they're burning a hole in your chest. I was wondering, why'd you come with us? Jamie thinks for a moment before answering flatly. I wanted to meet you. An average human moving to Longhope is a major big deal. What makes you say that? Folks around here tend to be occult, undead, or aquatic. Which you obviously are not.
Wait, what?
Nope. Then something had to have brought you here. Jamie's expression darkens, their gaze trailing down before resting upon you. Your throat feels dry as you try to force a response. Well, I've known Atlas since like forever. He helped me unpack. Not what I meant. Jamie, you're being awfully cryptic. You hardly manage to squeak out your words, ready to buckle under Jamie's suffocating aura. I have a lot on my mind. Okay. You decide Jamie is definitely annoyed with you. Somehow, you have to salvage this. So, you'll be here for Friday's movie night, right? Jamie's eyes light up, the flame atop their head flickering a warmer blue. Carrying stuffed sweet potatoes, chicken skewers, and jalapeno dip. You picture Jamie wearing a gingham apron and oven mitts, all while carrying a tray of freshly baked snickerdoodles. You cook?
Excellent.
Full time. I have so many questions. They call me the Grill Master. Jamie, I need answers. I need you to keep walking. Sure thing, Grill Master.
Do not say that.
With a grunt, you manage to shove the door open, knocking down a filing cabinet blocking the doorway within the room. Stepping over the cabinet, you gaze around the office. The room is completely trashed. Loose papers are scattered across the carpet, green sludge is smeared across the walls, and a bookshelf full of records and trophies are smashed to bits. Oh dear. Atlas lets out a gasp, stumbling towards the sorry pile of vinyls, and falls to his knees.
Oh, man!
What kind of monster did this? The Mothman scoops up a handful of shattered records, letting shards fall between his feathers. These were original copies! Couldn't you just download the digital album? No! It's about the rich, omnidimensional sound! Ignoring Atlas's mournful muttering, Jamie runs their hand across the wall, tracing out the words written in faintly glowing slime. DailyGhostWatch.net. The hell does that mean? Jamie steps back, reading the words scrawled onto the wall.
Could this be right?
Sounds like a website? Atlas looks up from the vinyl wreckage, wiping away his tears. It's just some blog that reports on abnormal occurrences. Makes sense. I was actually a mod there for like a month. Ew. Moderation's important. Yeah, you nerds better get snooping. I'll make it quick. Where should I start? I doubt that the place has any electricity. I don't see anything on the bulletin board. Is there a trophy case? Following the trail of papers, you stop at the smashed trophy case with the words "stinks worse than Momo" sprayed painted in red over the whole thing. It seems to have held a variety of commemorations and awards celebrating radio entertainment the station had broadcast. You sift through the destruction, only finding the remains of awards to obscure bands and talk shows like Shark Infinity, Tiny Red Panda, and DJ Bean Angel. Nothing about Madhouse, though. Looks like Mike's really taking this personally.
Booyah!
Dude, Shark Infinity recorded here. Investigating. Roll difficulty 4. Oh, so I keep touching this stupid thing. Results. 5 plus 3. Let's see here. Papers on the floor. Taking a step back, you feel a crunch under your shoe. You look down, realizing you stepped onto a crumpled pages of overdue bills addressed to Elkhorn Radio. Crouching down, you pick up a crumpled newspaper scrap accusing Elkhorn Radio of poor working conditions and long working hours. The author seems especially resentful in his article. You mumble the last sentence aloud. I hope the station owner faces justice. Atlas stands near the door, scrolling through his phone. Noticing you looking up at him, he decides to pipe up. Apparently, the Daily Ghost wrote an article about Elkhorn Station. The Mothman skims over the blog post. Dude, they didn't bother mentioning Mike by name. Does that even matter? Mike's just a faceless green poltergeist to these people. See? Literally no face. Atlas holds out his phone, showing off a blurry green mass wearing a hat and a hoodie. It's difficult to make out. Isn't that how the whole cryptid gig works? I guess you're right. Jamie shrugs and turns away from Atlas, their tail knocking over a small trash can, spilling the contents over the floor. Whoops. Investigation roll difficulty 5. So I have to beat the 5, right? And the +3 is like my stats? Success result 10 + 3. Let's see here. Why am I gonna look at dead flowers? I take it the computer doesn't have anything though? I mean, I guess it doesn't, Sneaking around the office, you stop at the desk resting in one corner, looking it over with your flashlight. A chunky computer hums with power and the monitor rests on the desk, a single sticky note slapped to its screen. It reads, password, death-proof, in messy pen strokes. You click on the monitor, which blinks on and flashes a group photo of the studio members before spurting out again. Clicking on the monitor once again, you click the minimize webpage and are greeted with the ghost hunting forum. Someone seems to have scoured the page, leaving comments and even arguing with the moderators under the username RadioGhost1. One column reads, "This guy sounds so cool, I wonder what he was like in life." A response under the same username reads, "Great post, Heaven's really missing out, lol." Scrolling down, you see that Mike's been banned for self-advertising. You're about to check the other tab open on the computer, but are cut short as something cold brushes against you. Turning around sharply, you see a human-sized figure crafted out of empty toxic waste cans sits in the dusty office chair. The figure has a marker mouth hanging open in a smile, its head built from a half-crushed water jug and paper clips strung together like hair. A name tag clipped to the forehead reads, Debbie. This is seriously creepy. Investigation roll difficulty 6. So now I have to beat the 6, I assume. Six. Let's see here. Boohoo answers, muffled voices. You hear a muffled voice and put your ear up against the wall to listen in better. Stop putting garbage in the fan mail. I'm not reading any more scams. There's a long pause for a moment before the voice picks up again. Look, I was wondering. It's about my work hours. You see, usually I'm sharper than a wolf bite, but the past decades felt rather dull. I was thinking maybe I could take a break. I'd spend that time reconnecting with the living part of me. There's a drone of silence before you hear a muffled slam and the sound of a can crumbling in someone's grip. Investigation roll difficulty 7. I guess the longer I go, the harder it's gonna get. Let's see here. Boohoo answers. You return to the computer to resume checking it out. The other tab left open was for a site called Boohoo Answers. Question: how to banish a ghost? Hi, I got a ghost living in my house and it's going on 8 years. I tried everything, sidekicks, priests, investigators, you name it. He won't leave. Help. 10 answers. Ask him to pay rent, but raise the price each month. Top reply. Hang in there, sweet pea. If you need a medium, I accept virtual sessions. I'll share my website if you're in need of extra resources. Good luck. Dude, same. I've got a bloody ghost in my bathroom mirror and she won't stop knocking on the glass. What does she want? This user was last online 725 days ago. You'll want to take a red marker and draw 2 touching circles, followed by a long oval connecting the shapes, preferably on the wall. They act as protection ward, which will banish any spirit. Didn't work. Also, fuck you! Wanna know my secret? Garlic bread. I eat like 6 sticks a day and haven't seen a single ghost. You really think it's that easy to exile a vengeful spirit? If it were that easy, I wouldn't be here! You're all frauds! You see that the user has been permanently banned. Investigation, roll difficulty 8. So I have to score greater than 8. That's 8. Let's see here. I already did the bulletin board, didn't I? Spilled out of the trash can is a vase of pink and white carnations, a small card clipped to the side with a frown. You pick up the card and read, "Here's to 5 years at Elkhorn Radio and many, many more." Glancing over the card, Atlas scoffs. Oh, that's bad. Investigation, roll difficulty 9. Oh god. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Let's see here. I guess the bulletin board is all that's left? I did awards first. Scanning over the room, you look at the corkboard nailed to the wall, taking note over the various pages tacked to the board. Marker mustaches are scribbled over a single group photo, a man wearing a red hoodie scratched out entirely. A printed out calendar is pinned to the wall with August 21st circled and labeled doctor's appointment. There's even a coupon for a free case of toxic waste energy tacked to the corkboard. Tearing off the coupon, you bring it to Atlas, hoping for some insight. What's this?
Hold on a sec.
Oh, that's the drink that killed Mike Madhouse. It's that infamous soda brand known for its insane coffee content. You immediately regret asking, but you decide to keep the coupon anyways. Just in case. Alright, nerds, you gotta go. Jamie gestures to the door, their tail flickering impatiently.
This is pointless.
Fine. There's no way I can salvage this. Atlas begrudgingly leaves the remains of the shattered vinyls behind. As you 3 head out into the hallway, Atlas briskly marches ahead. Jamie just rolls her eyes with a scoff. You walk like a pigeon. Following Atlas's voice, you and Jamie turn the corner and stop abruptly. He's fiddling with the doorknob and pointing a feeler up at the glowing on-air sign that fills the hall with an eerie red light. It's totally jammed. Atlas is cut short as a hand shoots out from the door, grabbing at the Moth's neck scruff. It stops, confused, and slinks back behind the door. Guess I scared him off?
Is that the best you can do?
I doubt it. The door suddenly vanishes, leaving Atlas tumbling into the studio room.
Well, well, well. What took you so long? Y'all 3 totally left me hanging. Dead air is a career killer in this line of work. You could have at least rescheduled with my producer.
You mean the Jughead abomination back in the office? Ah, so you've met him. Not much of a talker. Madhouse Mike laughs at his own joke. So, what are you and what do you want? Suddenly blinking into view, Mike appears in his full, ghoulish glory. You're really real. Of course I am. You think I host a radio show just for kicks? I've been waiting for a special guest slot for ages. Oh my gosh, Mike Madhouse! Atlas takes a sharp breath, absolutely starstruck at the sight of his hero, a real urban legend.
Oh boy, I'm a huge fan!
Atlas looks up at Jamie, who's blankly staring at Mike, hunger glazed over their eyes. Jamie. Don't. He turns back towards the Phantom and squeaks. We're here to join you on tonight's show. I don't think that'd be a good idea. Madhouse pauses. To turn down such big fans. Except you, the one with the ram horns. I don't deal with devils. Bold choice of words for a dead man. You're drooling on the carpet. Sorry, Jamie. I understand. Weak-willed spirits tend to fall faint around me. Atlas does a giddy fist pump to himself and stands up straight.
Booyah!
Sweet. Yes, this is business. I am a serious business boy. Evening, ghosts and ghouls. We're back live at Elkhorn Radio, located just off Route 101, over the river and through the woods. For those tuning in, I'm your ghostly host, Madhouse Mike, and welcome to the Witching Hour. We've got a special treat tonight, guests from the realm of the living. Why don't you introduce yourselves? Mike makes a nod, cueing the two in. Lex, if you're listening, you owe me $20. Dude, now's not the time. You whisper to the Mothman, shooting him a glare. I'm Robyn, and this is Atlas. I just moved to Longhope. We're both big fans.
Whoa!
You've got guts moving to a town full of cryptids. I guess so. Were you scared? A little, but I know I'll be okay with my cosmic guardian around. A what? My ghost cat Taro? She's meant to protect me, but, she tends to do her own thing. Where is Taro, anyway? Sounds like you got a real affinity for spirits. And a knack for trouble. You elbow Atlas and the two of you exchange cheeky smiles. Then I suppose trouble here is the one and only Mothman, prophet of the Silver Bridge, bringer of disaster. So what's it like being an omen of destruction? No, that'd be... my dad. I'm just a Mothman, not the Mothman. I can't really control my visions either. I'm just here helping out a cursed friendo. You can see the future? Hell yeah! Give us a prophecy, Mothman. Atlas looks a little frazzled, his eyes darting which way. Like, on the spot? I wanted to talk about Robyn's curse. It's okay, just go with the flow. What's in my future? Okay, sure. Yeah, I can try. Closing his eyes, the moth folds his wings and tilts his head to one side, as if he's trying to listen in on something. Nope, never mind. I can't do this. Why not? I guess ghosts are just too dang hard to read. Can we move on to the next bit?
Yawn!
Seriously? Sorry, man. It was worth a shot. You feel a little underwhelmed. What about my future? You and Atlas make eye contact. Robyn, you're gonna oversleep and wake up with a headache. Oh man. You're definitely underwhelmed. Any tips on how to set things into motion? How am I supposed to know? Fate is stupid and impossible to figure out. Wow, real inspiring stuff, little dude. Mike waves his hands around, shaking his head with a smile. I say we move on to our next segment. How about some episodic callbacks? It should be a total breeze for such big fans. Yep, I'm a real mega fan. Episode 15. Which undead horror did we interview on the show? You sit there quietly, shuffling your feet and tapping the counter, unsure of what to say. Some sort of spooky spaghetti. Bloody bones! The Mothman throws a wing up into the air, exclaiming the answer. Folding your arms across your chest, you sink into their chair with a scowl. Perfect! Mike moves things right along. This is a spicy one. In episode 26, who was Sasquatch's secret lover? Atlas looks like he's about to spontaneously combust. It's on the tip of my tongue. You look a little flushed. The Squonk. The Frogman. Bigfoot number 2.
Booyah!
The Goat Man! Not bad. Though you really ought to give your friend here a chance. Mike snickers. I'm a little underprepared here. Right. I'm getting ahead of myself. In Season 1's finale, what news broke that night? I'm pretty sure you died? Atlas gently taps you on the foot with the talon and whispers to you before you can answer. There was an alien abduction. It was aliens. Oh yeah? Just how many episodes of my show aired on the radio? Atlas whispers to you in a hushed voice. 32. 32! Correct. The ghost's smile falters, giving the two a cold look. Next question. What did I have for breakfast? You look at Atlas for an answer, but he doesn't respond. I don't know. The ghost is absolutely thrilled by Atlas's answer, giggling to himself as he slaps up his soundboard. Any real listeners would know I skipped breakfast. That's totally unfair. Oh yeah? Hey Atlas, who sponsored Season 2's recap episode? Atlas shrugs. I skipped the ad breaks. How do you skip ads on— That's it! We're cutting to commercial. Mike's smile falters as he flicks off the microphones and whirls around. I thought we were having a good time. He points at Atlas. You. Me? You'll be helping me out here. The ghost growls and clicks on the microphones, snapping back into his chipper host persona. Oh! Heck yes! Now you all know that personally I love toxic waste. In fact, I drank so much that my skin turned green. But I can recognize my own biases, so don't just take my word for it. Atlas, pal, why don't you try out our newest flavor, Beyond the Grave? A can of toxic waste suddenly appears in the Mothman's grasp, as though he had always been holding it. Atlas grips the can in his claws and cracks it open, letting the green foam trail down his feathers. Yeah, sure, but didn't this lukewarm soda literally kill you? Just drink it! He takes a sip. The moth drops like a rock. So, what do you think? I'm sure you're all dying to know. Suddenly, Atlas perks right back up and wipes away the green liquid trailing from his mouth. Wowzas! I feel like my skeleton could just jump out and dance a jig. Seriously, Beyond the Grave will knock your socks off. You jump from your seat. Wait, what's going on? What did you do to Atlas? Chillax, it's only temporary, assuming you can get through this next segment. It's time for my favorite game, Fake or Folklore. Can I just say I really enjoy our time spent together, Maddie?
Yawn!
Anyway. Why don't you explain the rules, flyboy? Atlas jitters unnaturally, his antenna twitching as he speaks. Sure thing, Maddie. The rules are easy. My hero will describe a cryptid, and you have to guess what it is. If you get it wrong, you'll suffer a tiny penalty. If you're alive by the end, you win. A penalty? I'm guessing you'll kill me if I refuse to play? No way. I'll just be keeping Atlas as a collateral. So by all means, leave your precious Mothman behind. I could use a co-host.
Just fantastic.
I'll play your stupid game. You plop back down in the cushioned office chair and fold your arms. Now's your chance to really let your knowledge shine. Couldn't have said it better myself, flyboy. Now let's get started with some fake or folklore. Question 1. Sighted in 1971, the Missouri monster, Momo, is known to scare off attackers with what? Throwing heavy logs and rocks at supposed attackers? I'm really quickly googling it to see if it's a real Mumble the Monster. Odor. It stinks. Don't they smell really bad? I think they'll stave people off with their stench. Well, that's definitely an answer. Drumroll time. That was so easy. Come on, are you even trying? You're completely right. I've gone softer than a marshmallow. Question 2. Old Ethereum, a cryptid found terrorizing Logan Canyon in 1923, was what creature? A big bear. Was Ephraim a big bear? You're just guessing at this point. How daring! Madhouse gestures to Atlas, who's shaking like a ragdoll. Correct? Huh, I certainly wasn't expecting that. Good on you, Robyn. Oh, thanks? Next question. Oh, now this is a good one. Question 3. Yes, sirree. The Rochester Giant, sighted in 1965, crushed the hood of whose car? How am I supposed to know that? I don't even know what the Rochester Giant is. You're totally making stuff up. Hey, not fair, Maddie. Trick questions are totally against the rules. How are you this obnoxious? You're supposed to be under my complete control. I think we've had time for one last question. An encore to the folks at home. Mike leans into his microphone, lowering his voice to a low growl. Do you know what happens to cheaters? Lifting his hat slightly, Mike's empty white eyes lock onto your fearful gaze. I lose? Of course you lose! I make the rules. It's my show, my rules, my game! The ghost suddenly blinks out, only to reappear behind Atlas.
You're just another fake fan.
In a flash, Mike melds with Atlas, and the two form a much larger, scarier creature.
Don't you know who I am? I'm a goddamn urban legend, and I'm done wasting my eternity in this place. Don't I deserve to be free? Somehow, even in death, I'm still working. All night, every day, all the time, forever. Well, I'm done with liars, fakers, and those goddamn ghost hunters. None of them ever cared about the real me. I quit! No more graveyard shits, no more management, and no more fake fans.
The pair looks down at their hands and wiggles each finger.
And do you know what happens to fake fans?
The cryptid laughs, taking a wobbly step forward.
I get their souls.
Atlas staggers forward and swipes his talons through the air, narrowly missing you. You roll off your chair onto the floor, and without realizing it, you sprint to the door in an effort to simply stay alive. Atlas, what about our Friday movie night? Atlas can't hear you! We were gonna watch the extended edition of that one fantasy trilogy with director's commentary. The Mothman goes rigid and his antennas flick forward. And subtitles? You fumble with the doorknob, trying to get it open. Atlas's left leg jerks to one side, almost toppling the Mothman over.
Stop it!
He takes another step, but trips over nothing, like two drivers fighting over the same steering wheel. Are you crazy? We can't just combine cryptids. The radio Mothman sounds fucking stupid. Jamie, help! Atlas, he's been consumed by the ghost! The Jersey Devil clambers into the room, confused. They look around only to watch the possessed Mothman jerk and jitter towards the duo, muttering and clawing at his own feathers.
What?
Did Atlas get taller? That's the first thing you noticed? This is unforgivable. Aw, not used to being the armrest, huh, shorty? Who cares? This isn't a contest. You're right. Feelers don't count. I think now it's time to fight. But that'll hurt him. Oh, so now you care? Gosh, Robyn, I thought you were supposed to protect me. Huh? Let's make this quick. Maddles laughs in your face. Maddles opens up by chucking an oversized stereo speaker with supernatural force. Psycho, toss. Roll difficulty 6. Okay. Also, I have a negative value now. Success result. 7. Jamie barely steps out of the way. Freebie! Are you two even trying? Metal fiercely swipes his claws at the demon, who narrowly dodges the attack. Robyn, I need direction! What do I even do? Choose a skill in the top left corner. Top left? Skullcracker? Skullcracker, roll difficulty 5. 5.
Hold on.
Okay, that was a success? What does that mean? Great, let me explain the basics. Shit. Where do I even start? You see, damage. Base damage. Then you, stimulate the and modifiers and add stamina exhaustion. My brain hurts. Hey, it's okay. Physical. My nose bleeding. Buster. I can't do this. If I hurt Atlas, he would cry and even... Atlas, help! Not my problem. No! I'm not explaining shit! Shut up and fight me! Please? Okay! It seems that Atlas's innate desire to overshare is more important than any supernatural force. What do you need to know? The stats and what they mean? Okay, so there are 6 stats: Brawn, Brains, Guts, Hustle, Charm, and Occult. Brawn is your physical strength. It's typically used as a bonus and modifier for physical attacking moves. Brain is a sum of your mental strength and general insight. It's the main stat used for out-combat investigation, plus the defensive stat against supernatural damage. Guts is your physical constitution and fortitude. It's used for things like resisting poison, an illness, or physical damage. Hustle is your speed and hand-eye coordination. It's used as a modifier to avoid many attacks, as well as determine aim and effectiveness of split-second actions. Charm is your charisma and likability. It's mostly used for convincing people of things and swaying hearts. Occult is your attunement to the supernatural. Any magic or unnatural abilities outside the realm of physical prowess use occult. These stats are the modifiers used in rolls, as well as damage calculation for whatever move you're trying to use. There are stats also exclusive to combat encounters such as POW mod, P defense, and S def. POW mod refers to an additional bonus to attacking power. Whenever damage calculation is involved, POW mod is a flat bonus added to damage. P defense and S defense are similar to power, except it's a flat bonus to defense against attacks. Damage is split into 2 types, physical and supernatural. Physical attacks being resisted by guts and supernatural attacks being resisted by brains. Anything else? My head hurts already. Can we just fight? Oh, this is easy. So, moves are typically laid out as follows. Success, this happens on a success. Failure, this happens on a failure. Check your modifier versus enemy modifier or fixed difficulty. Cost X stamina. When a skill does damage, in order to figure out whether it's resisted by either P defense or S defense, just think of what it's doing. If it's punching, it's P defense, but if you're slinging a fireball, it's resisted by S defense. Anything else? All moves have a listed stamina cost ranging from 0 to 5, and all party members have stamina ranging from 0 to 4. Whenever you use a move, you lose it. Listed blah 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 blah. Oh god. This is so involved. This is why I hate tabletop games. So, Maddles freaks out. I need a breather. Jamie closes their eyes, and the flames between their horns cast a cool light over their allies, mending some of their wounds. It's time to fight. Do I have moves? Bash, cheer, focus. Robyn catches her breath. It's time to fight. Okay, so you just have to hit them. Yay! Robyn successfully bashes Madhouse with a thwack. Madhouse takes 3 damage. Madhouse's power is lowered by 1.
Don't you know who I am?
You losers really thought you could defeat me? You arrogant fools! You idiots! I'm a legend! I'm a demon! Atlas pops back to normal. I'm a little lightheaded.
Know your place.
The door to the studio buckles, splitting open as a monstrous Taro bursts into the room. With a triumphant meow, she knocks Atlas to the ground. Sprawled out on the floor, all battered and dazed, Atlas hacks up a mouthful of toxic waste. Taro, what the hell? Atlas, are you okay? Atlas gives you a weak thumbs up. Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry for scaring you. Helping Atlas to his feet, you keep an arm around him as you nervously glance around. Where's Madhouse? Mike, you coward! Grasping at the air, the Jersey Devil exhales a gout of blue flame as they throw punches at nothing. Do you honestly think that'll work? Throwing another punch, Jamie winces as it actually strikes Madhouse's open palm.
Boo!
Coward! The ghost blinks back into view with a giddy laugh and a smile.
What?
Jamie yanks their hand away, but it's too late. Madhouse has coiled his fist around their arm. Didn't I tell you? Jamie doesn't care. They swing their head back and slam their skull against the ghost's face, leaving Madhouse sputtering. I don't deal with... Throwing their other fist, Jamie punches their arm through Madhouse's chest. Let me finish! They're both stuck. Jamie can't move their arms. Jamie bites and kicks, but no avail. They're tangled in a intangible mess. Way to go, you ruined the moment, bonehead! Madhouse tightens his grip around the devil. You wouldn't dare. What? I never possessed a demon before. Your soul will be incinerated.
Yawn!
So what? I'll manage. Either way, it's a win-win. Madhouse's jaw drops unhinged, a curled horn jutting out of the side of his head. He clasps a hand over his face and stifles a cry. His ghastly form flickers into the iridescent lights. I told you it wouldn't work. Jamie acts fast, taking this moment to finally tear their hand out of Madhouse's chest, while he writhes, shaking ectoplasm off their claws. Madhouse gets an encore. Oh god, he has 60 HP now. You look to Taro nervously. Do I pick? Oh. That's not that much, but oh well. Oh, but they can attack if their HP is 5 or lower. Yes. Haha.
You're the real deal, huh? Guess that's a wrap, folks.
The ghost's form flickers, Madhouse crumbling to the floor in an ectoplasmic heap. Let me finish this. Jamie steps forward, a fire roaring in their eyes. No! I still have questions! You take a hold of Jamie's arm, trying to hold him back. Is that all that you really care about? You're also clueless! Snapping up, Mike musters up the last bits of strength he has and latches onto you. You're coming with me! Stirring awake, you blink spots from your vision, feeling oddly light. What is this place? You furrow your eyebrows and shield your face from the pale white light. You glance down and see a harsh green outline below. It's Madhouse with a stunned look on his face and a firm grip on your ankle, holding you in place. Let go of me! No! You'll disappear! Isn't that the point? You want me gone! You kick and squirm, trying to break out of the Spectre's grasp. Hold on! Wait, just chillax for a second! Reeling you in like a kite on a string, Madhouse finally lets you go and quickly looks away. Look, it's no big deal. I just dragged your soul out of your body and set you adrift in the void. You mean I'm dead? Yeesh, it sounds a lot worse when you put it that way. Where are we? Drifting in a doorway between the spirit and the material world. I usually wake up here if I pass out on my desk for too long. Now give me your soul. No, you give me your soul. Nah. Why did you drag me here? What do you want from me? I need you as a vessel to escape. Don't you feel bad for me? Come on, you've seen movies. You know how this ends. I can tell you whatever you want. What's this about a pesky curse? Punch off his hat. Punch him, punch off his hat, end his afterlife with your fist. You ball up your fist and awkwardly shift your weight as you glide through the air. Squeezing your eyes shut, you throw your fist forward and it connects, knocking Mike's hat off his head. Mike grasps for his baseball cap and keeps it firmly planted onto his head. Yeah!
Oh, you're an asshole!
Ow, my nose! How'd you even touch me? Mike brings a hand to his face, feeling an empty space where a nose would be.
You dragged me into this hell dimension, and newsflash, we're both ghosts!
You throw your arms over your head, gesturing around the empty vacuum of space.
Of course I feel bad for you, Mike. You didn't deserve to die, let alone become a monster, but now you're totally acting like one.
Mike is stunned, unsure of what to say.
So, if you're gonna eat my soul, you might as well do it already.
Gladly!
But I don't think you will. The Phantom backs off. You're right. I can't do this. Why not? I don't want to hurt you. I shouldn't have put any of you through this. I just don't know what else to do. I want to escape, but what if I end up and disappear? All I have is this job. I can't remember my old life. I can't even remember my old face. Mike tips his hat down, covering his eyes. Damn it. You're not going to disappear. Tell that to the other defunct nobodies out there. If you really want a fresh start, you could start a podcast. It's like a radio show you carry in your pocket. On your cell phone? Mike perks up, a slight twinkle in his dead eyes. You go to take out your phone only to realize it's back in the material world. I'll show you later. Even if you're a jerk. If it means anything, I think you're worth more than this crusty old station. Mike hesitates a moment before throwing his arms around you, giving you a big hug.
Thanks for not giving up on me.
You don't have to be the Elkhorn Station poltergeist. Not anymore. Not if it makes you miserable. Get out of here.
This is all your fault.
How is it my fault?
You knew bringing a human here was dangerous.
Says the ghost gobbling demon.
Ah, right. Toto, where the hell were you?
Who cares? I was there to protect my human, and that's what matters.
You did the bare minimum.
Bite your tongue.
I knew everything would work out.
Stop lying to yourself, Atlas.
But I really can't see the future.
Then prove it, Mothball.
Shush! Look, Robyn is waking up. I feel terrible. Thank goodness you're okay. Taro leaps into your arms, nuzzling against your neck and purrs. That's my human. More importantly, that loathsome ghost is gone. Jamie lets out a sigh of relief. Yeah, let's get the heck out of here. You don't respond, a lump forming in the back of your throat. Trailing behind the group, you stare down at the ground, listening to the cold gravel crunching underneath your shoes. Slowing to a stop, the group reaches the car, watching as you dig around in your pocket and pull out a set of car keys. The crew takes one last look back at the abandoned station. You watch as cracks and vines climb up its walls, the radio tower starting to rust over as the gleaming red beacon at the top flickers, then blinks out. Is something wrong? You look distressed. Jamie places a clawed hand on your shoulder. Oh, yeah, it's cool. Haha, don't worry about it. Do you mind if we catch a ride with you? My hooves are killing me. And can we crash at your place? I'd rather not risk waking my housemate Gus at this hour. We don't mind. The more the meowier. Don't just answer for me. Meow. I figured you could use the company. I do love sleepovers. Fine, not like I have a choice here. What's wrong? Is it the Gus thing? He's a sweet guy once you get past the shedding. No, I don't know how to feel. I didn't get any answers about this stupid curse. I nearly died, and now my one source of information is gone. Good information anyway. I'm a great source of information. Every rumor holds a speck of truth. Like eating spiders in your sleep. Atlas, that rumor was debunked. I need you to know this. Oh, thank God. For real though, are you guys okay? I'm great. Tired. I'll be okay, just really sick of the color green. Boy, I hear ya. But it was kinda cool being the tall one for a second there. You and Jamie exchange worried glances. Nah, I still prefer you pint-sized. Yeah, let's never do that again. Don't worry, little guy. I'm sure you look cool. Piling into the car, you flick on the headlights and turn the key, pulling out of the parking lot away from the abandoned radio station. Trailing through the woods, you click on the radio, back to channel 103.1. Your heart sinks as all you hear is static droning out of the hum of the car's engine. The show's really over. 103.1 is nothing but dead air on the radio waves. Taking a deep breath, you finally muster up the courage to change the channel, flipping back to a generic oldies station. Looking over your shoulder, you see Jamie resting their head against the car window, already dozing off. Though one sharp turn would send their horns through the glass, at least Taro looks adorable all curled up in Jamie's arms. Your cell phone chimes in the cup holder of the car, and much to your dismay, it's a phone call. The number is a garbled mess of words and numbers, even the screen is glitching out. Ew, phone calls? No. That would actually be me. But, I guess, answer. The phone in your grasp shudders, the screen glitching out as a massive green ooze squeezes itself through the dock connector. With a sweat slap, the slime ball picks itself up and forms a small glowing orb. Hey! Hang up! I'm finally free! Sure, I lost a few limbs, but I'm free! You were seriously camping out in my phone? I thought you died. Bingo! No way am I beefing it yet. I got a ton of life left in me. How? Tying yourself to a person takes a lot of negative energy, so I figured, why not try a smartphone instead? This thing's jammed packed with bad vibes. But you can't just leave. You're the Elkhorn radio ghost. Not anymore. You. A gout of steam curls from Jamie's jaw, heat rising off the awakened demon. Their wild eyes lock onto the glowing green orb, who squeaks out in fear. Wretched Spectre, you dare to show your face after what you've done? Jamie? Jamie? Be cool. Remember what we practiced? Be cool. Hiya, bonehead. Jamie throws her clawed hands forward, slashing at Mike, who bounces around the passenger seat. Punching a ghost while he's down, huh? Typical demon. The ghost darts around the car, taunting the demon while frantically dodging Jamie's claw swipes. Robyn, eyes on the road! I'm trying! I'm going to devour your soul! Watch me out! Coming up fast, a hulking figure stands, wide-eyed on the road, staring blankly at the car racing towards them. Atlas frantically grabs at the wheel. Ah! The car skids forward, squealing as you slam on the brakes. Crunch. And you know what? This is actually the end of Chapter 0, so that's where I'm gonna leave it. So, what did you guys think? Do you like the story so far? I'm saving over here because I actually already went over and I wasn't supposed to. So yeah. So what did you guys think? Do you like the story? Do you want to see more of it? Is it fun, entertaining? Is it inventive because of the whole little rolling the dice thing that I found absolutely annoying? But that's only because I don't like that type of stuff, not because it's a bad thing. I think I figured out, like, really late into it, that you can actually stop the dice, or at least stop the roll of the dice so that it doesn't just randomly stop. And if that's a thing, then, you know, that's way better because you can control it, sort of, where it's gonna land. And yeah, that would make playing this thing way more bearable. But yeah. So in the next chapter, we will meet the werewolf. If you were paying attention to the story, then you know who the werewolf is. But yeah, so look forward to that, you know, later. And depending on how long this episode lasted, it's probably gonna get split into 2 pieces or just one. I'm probably gonna cut a lot of the fight scene, so yeah. Anyways, so write down in the comments what you thought and who your favorite character is, as always. And thank you all for watching / listening. If you would like to play Cryptid Crush yourself, you can find it over on itch.io. And as you can see right there on the bottom right corner, they do have a Patreon and a Discord. And if you would like to subscribe to their Patreon, I will post a link down in the description for that. If they have a Twitter, because as it turns out, some people don't have Twitter, as you will no doubt see from Yoga Bear, which I recorded like a few days ago, but will go up in April and this will go up in May. Some people do not have Twitter. And if they do, then they don't link to it. So yeah, I will post down a link to all the pertinent things, like their Patreon. I'm not going to put the Discord on there because that seems kind of weird. But I will maybe put a link down for their website if it doesn't turn out to be the itch.io page. But yeah, so I guess that's it for now, and look forward to watching chapter 2 later. Not chapter 2, chapter 1. Because chapter 0 was this guy's. And chapter 1 is, I'm assuming, no werewolves. So yeah. Anywho, so I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.